Hi, this is Lena Darnay. Today we're going to take a look at some creative copy and pasting that will allow you to embed some really neat things into Canvas and really change the way that you're able to interact with this rich content editor. So you'll notice that I'm in a page, but this also works whenever you see this rich content editor toolbar in an assignment, an announcement, a quiz question. So this is really a flexible skill. And what it is it all involves this little blue link up here called HTML editor. I don't know if you know this, but in Canvas, you are really making code. So here's all the code that makes a page that looks like this. And I have embedded something already. This little waving GIF here is an embed code. And if I look in here, there's the code that makes that happen. Today, we're going to look at one example, but this works for a lot of things. So in my rich content editor, I can do some basic functions. But when you start to use this HTML editor, you can really get some fancy things going in Canvas. And one thing we're going to look at first is just to add a horizontal line. A horizontal line will chunk a large block of text or break up a page in a way that makes it so much easier to consume. So this is a really good skill for Canvas. I've given you what you need to copy and paste right down here. And you take it from that outside caret to this other outside caret, or the less than to the greater than over here. I have to take all of that code, and then I'm just going to copy that. I come over to my HTML editor, and I want to put it in here somewhere. But if you're like me, you're not super good at reading code. So let me show you how I have found a way to make it easier for me to know where in this code I need to paste that string of text to be able to make that line. I go to the rich content editor side, which is easier for me to read, and then I look for where I want to add that horizontal line. Let's say I want to break up the text right here. So I'm going to do a return. So I'm on a new line, and then I'm going to do all caps, put the line here. I know it sounds silly, but watch how much easier it is to figure out where that is in the code. Bam, it's so easy to see that all caps right here. So what I do is, because I already copied my horizontal line code from the other side of this page, I can just select this, I can delete it, and then I can paste in my line, switch back, and now look at that. I have a great little horizontal line right there where I wanted it. Now, if I want it further down, I can just hit a return, and there's my line, perfectly blocking out that text. Now, there's some other cool stuff that you can do with this to customize it. So let's take a look at this code right here. This is a border, so that horizontal line is called a border. But right here it says 1 pixel. So I can just change that. If I want to make it thicker, I could make it 2 pixels, 3 pixels. And then the solid black, I could change that to solid blue, solid red, and I can change the color. So let's try that. Let's say I want to put another line here. I'm going to say put the line here because I want it there at the bottom. And I'm going to select my code from caret to caret and copy. Then I'm going to switch to my HTML editor because that's where the code makes sense. And then I look for my put the line here, and I'm going to go caret to caret and delete. And then now I'm going to paste in my code line, but I'm going to make some changes before I switch back. I'm going to change this to a 5 pixel line. And let's say I change this to a nice pike red, solid red. Now when I switch over, bam, there's my nice solid red line. So that's a cool way for you to get used to cutting and pasting some code. It's just practicing putting this line into some of your pages. And that really is a lot of fun, and it's pretty easy, and you just became a coder. Now, the same style of copy and paste into the HTML editor can be done with embed codes from YouTube or Padlet, or even you can put a Twitter feed in, doing some creative HTML copy and paste. You don't have to know how to code, you just have to know where to paste the code. That's the big thing. So if you need any help with that, please reach out to me. Otherwise, have fun coding.